This election is getting super ridiculous. So guys, as a lot of you already know, because this is about maybe a week now, but the Democratic Party is trying to paint Trump as a Hitler lover and or a fascist, which is mind-boggling to me because the Democrats are definitely fascist-esque. Not that they are entirely, but they're definitely getting and hitting those check marks, if you will, on the checklist on how to be a fascist. Anyway, the rhetoric, guys, that they are starting, that the Democratic Party is starting, shows how desperate they are. They are saying Kamala Harris is taking things that somebody else might have heard and trying to make it facts and then repeating it. And then the parrots that are campaigning for her, Obama specifically, is running around and saying the same shit. How Hitler wants generals. No, sorry. How Trump wants generals like Hitler had. Even if he said that, I don't think that's like a bad idea. When he's talking about general, if you look at the war tactics and how the generals of the Nazi party ran, they did some very suave shit when it came to military tactics, not putting people in ovens. He wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the military tactics that they had. And that's the craziness about the stupidity of people. People already connected that to, he wants Hitler generals so that he could shove people in the ovens and make black people slaves again. Because that's the other thing that they keep hearing. I keep hearing that he's going to make us slaves again. I'm like, where? Again, I did this before. It's nonsense. It is utter nonsense, and I've never seen anything like it. Still, this is dangerous. And they're making him out to be somebody that he's not. The problem is that people are listening and people are taking it into account. And they're like, man, he's definitely Hitler-esque. Look how he's on the stage. He's not even yelling and screaming. Like Kamala Harris yelling and screaming, we will not let another 4 years of this man. Like, she sounds very Hitler-esque herself. But instead, she's making up lies or listening to somebody who had no business repeating what he said, because if you didn't have audio proof or video proof, you shouldn't be saying this shit out in the world. Nonetheless, he did. Nonetheless, people are repeating it. And now you have everyone saying, I don't want to be in a Hitler regime because of something somebody else said that there was no proof on. So, guys, this is, again, dangerous stuff, and it's mind-boggling to me that people are believing it. People are actually believing that he's going to turn or use the military on American citizens and put specifically black people away. This is the things I'm hearing. It's either slavery or we're going to jail. Then it's the Hitler general comment, and then he's going to start shoving people in the oven. I'm like, and again, people hate him so much that when the Democrats play video of what he said, you listen to the whole video of him wanting to be a dictator on day one. He talked about two specific things he wanted to be a dictator on. One was closing the border, and the other one was drilling for oil. That's where he's going to be a dictator on. Two things that have nothing to do with the American citizen. Maybe those people that Democrats include as American citizens, the illegals, but that's it. He is not looking to... There's no ill will on the American citizen coming from Trump. Yet, the Democrats keep repeating it over and over again. And as they repeat it over and over again, people repeat it. And then they're like, well, he did say it. Yes, he did say it. But if you play the whole video, what is he saying? He's saying oil and immigration. That's where he's going to be a dictator on. Now, should he have made that comment? No. Should that Puerto Rican comment about Puerto Rico being a garbage island, have the comedian said that? No. The comedian was an idiot. And the Trump administration or the Trump campaign should not have cleared that comedian's line. They should have looked at that and go, take this shit out. So everybody's to blame here. Not Trump, but Trump's campaign people and the comedian are definitely to blame. You know that this is a high-value election. This is the most contentious election in the history of the United States. You got to cross your I's, dot your I's and cross your T's. And they allow that to happen. So stupid on the Trump administration, the Trump campaign for letting it through. So again, part of me, guys, think that maybe the Trump campaign is trying to torch their own election. because he did campaign here in New York City with a couple of days left to the election. Why would you come to New York City? You would be focused on the places where you are close to flipping it, not New York. Now, unless he thinks he's going to flip New York City, which I don't understand, Kathy Hochul, who I can't stand, who the bitch is like a walking cancer, made a very interesting point as to why did he come to New York City, Madison Square Garden, out of all places, to have a rally. Now, that was a strong move. That was an interesting move on Trump. But Kathy Hochul made a good point. She's like, why would he do that unless he's, like giving up? And I'm like, well, if he was going to give up, he would give up in another state that would totally not entertain him, which would be California. But still, I find it interesting, guys, that this rhetoric is going to get him in trouble. And listen, even if he doesn't win, well, he's not going to win. I do not see him winning. But even if he doesn't win, his life is still going to be in danger because of the rhetoric that the Democratic Party keeps saying. And the craziness about it, guys, is Kamala Harris has not one single formal introduction into accepting a nomination for presidency or running for president. She has not had one press conference on it. 100 days now, or maybe 101 days of no formal I accept my nomination speech at all. Not one. Meanwhile, she had a formal press conference about Trump and his Hitler-esque comments. Again, that was hearsay. Anyway, guys, this is all nonsense. This is stupid. This is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel, and I will see you in the next whatever fuck.